Today is Wednesday, October 28th at 6 p.m. I'm setting up for a podcast. I got some stuff in this box. I know it's another unboxing video, but I'm just getting new things. It's a season of growth. It's a season of giving. And sometimes you got to spend the money to make the money, I guess. So it's a big box of audio equipment so that I can actually operate a podcast. I think it works well with the handheld mics, but there's always a better way to do stuff. I definitely love the traditional setup of two mics on arms and, two cameras. Unfortunately, I broke my other HDMI cable, so I can only have one camera today. But yeah, I'm going to open up this box. I'm going to show what it takes to actually put a podcast together and maybe share a little bit about my setup. I think it's important to know because it's a good way to figure out what you need for your stuff. Yes, sir. Can you send me an email? My email is mac@maclin.io. Sorry about that. And yeah, if you're ordering the hats, they're available. Check them out, mind.sx. Links in the bio for sure, I think. Actually, I have no idea. Links in the bio. You can buy the notepads as well. They're always there. But I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to open this up and get started. It's just going to be the process of kind of setting up what it takes to put a podcast together. I mean, it's simple, just so you know. But we're going. Also, enjoying a nice beer. I want to thank Matt at Sweetwater for hooking me up with this awesome bundle of things. Made it very simple. Thanks, Matt. Matt's been selling me stuff for years now, and it's always nice to give him a call because that means I'm getting new stuff and I'm elevating the game. So thank you, Matt, from Sweetwater. I mean, come on. How much packaging can there be? All right. If anyone's out there is an audiophile or an audio nerd, you know what's going on here. You've seen the Sweetwater deal before. They give you candy in every bag, so every box. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. Some extra stuff I probably don't need to buy because I don't need to buy anything else that I'm aware of. All right, standard XLR cables. Easy. Can pretty much run anything with those. I got the big stuff here. So, one awesome thing that exists in this world. Did that drop all the way down? Okay. Is the SM7B and the Cloud Lifter. So this is the SM7B. If you've been in podcast world or ever watched a podcast, you've probably seen these microphones. It's kind of the standard. Everyone uses that. I have one myself, so this is now my second one. It's an exciting day. And two is the Cloud Lifter. You need this to make a dynamic microphone louder and actually kind of come in at the right level to make it, I don't think it's line level. I don't know what the exact term is, but to make it loud enough for most amplifiers to pick it up and send a proper signal. So there's that. I got to turn up the brightness on my camera, and then I'll just show the other stuff. It's going to get dark here, and I don't have any lights turned on. And the last two things in the box are, of course, industry standard, the frameworks. Desk-mounted broadcast boom arm. I didn't even know what I ordered. I said, Matt, put these in the box, make it what I need. He hooked it up. It's the right one. So there's one of those and a second one. We're gonna do the whole shebang. So let's go through all of these. Yeah, so all of this is kind of setting up for a podcast that I've been dreaming of for a long time. I've always wanted to just sit down and talk to people, record that conversation. So we're going to do that. I've been working on it, getting the right parts. It's always a slow process for me to get the right things. I want to make sure I get the right stuff before I buy anything so I don't have to go through the hassle of buying it again. So yeah, here, very simple, is the cloud lifter. I'm going to open that first. All right, so the cloud lifter, super tiny. It's this little blue thing. You plug one end of the XLR into this side and one end to this side, and you actually need two XLRs. So one goes in the microphone, one goes in the audio interface. I'm going to use the Apollo Twin to run all my stuff. I hope this doesn't mess up the audio. If you can see it right here, this is the Apollo Twin. It's been my handy-dandy interface since I moved to Colorado a couple of years ago. So there's that. Yeah, the cloud lifter is super small, really simple piece of equipment. So what you do, you untangle these. All right, now I made a mess, entangled cables, but that's all right. So I got a shorter one because this will plug directly into the interface right over there. And this one will plug into the microphone, which I'll do now. Getting a new microphone is kind of like getting a new child because I know this will be with me for a long time. So here it is. Give me a name shout out. If we should name this one, definitely give me a recommendation in the chat. I have no idea. I've never named a microphone, but it seems like the time to do it. And just so you guys know, I'm using a beer bottle cap to open everything. There it is. All right, we got two people for Cornelius. That sounds cool. All right, SM7B, got all the paperwork. Who reads directions? Does anyone read directions? I don't. Cloud. Sometimes I read directions. I think it's a good idea. All right, so the microphone. It's so pristine. All right, that's something I could definitely use some help with. I don't know if anyone in here is a metal stamp maker, but they give you this thing on the back. It's a plate. This one says Shure, S-H-U-R-E. This is the brand of microphone. If anyone could make two things that say Mind, I mean, how cool would that be? It's really not even that hard. I could probably just put a sticker on. I might just do that. That would save everyone a whole bunch of time. I think I'll just put a sticker on this. And it would be cooler if it was metal and like engraved in metal. So if anyone wants to make one of those, let's do it. But Yeah, just look up Shure or SM7B backplate dimensions. I want to say it's about 2-inch diameter, if I had to guess, just by eyeballing it. But check it out. I don't know. I'm sure the dimensions are online if you wanted to make that. We're resourceful. Everyone on here is resourceful. I know that. All right, so that's the 7B. All right. And when I plug this in, you should be able to hear it. We're gonna hope it's not too loud. Is it too loud? Could be. We always run a risk, but it's on. This is the other microphone. Oh, it's super compressed. Is there reverb on too? What's going on here? Well, I can't hear what it sounds like. I hope there's nothing funky going on. Should be on. Volume's good. All right, cool. All right, so we got one mic. Not too loud, but there's an echo. So yeah, that's the other settings that are on, which I can't really change right now. So I'm gonna not use this one. Oh, that's the other thing I didn't even check. Maybe I should do. Oh, it's not plugged in. See, the problem with the Apollo Twin is when it's not plugged in, it kind of just reverts to the last settings that were on. So whatever the settings are. Oh, there's no echo? Peyton, what's going on? All right, so whatever the settings were, sometimes this does happen though. Whatever the settings were on the last time I used it and then unplugged it, it reverts to that. So I don't know. It could be crazy. But all in all, this is the SM7B. It's a great microphone. Got two of them. I'm going to figure out how to hook it up to this podcast arm and continue to make a mess of the studio. All the light switches are hidden in this place. I have no clue where they are. All right. We're going dark. Ooh. Ow. Just pinched my finger. All right. So the microphone's going to go on this side. I'm going to hook up the clamp first, which I think is a pretty simple thing. All right, so this is a big table, and it's it's actually not going to clamp on the table because this table is so dense this way. So that's unfortunate. Good to know, I guess. I don't think there's screws I can always drill in. I don't really want to do that, though. There's screw holes I could drill through. All right, no bones. Let's figure out a way to do this. I mean, I probably won't even be using this table. I think I'm just doing it here right now because it's the most convenient. That's frustrating. There's only going to be one host on the podcast, and that's me. This is just for conversation's sake. That'll do something. Is this going to be on title? It could be. I don't see why not. Oh, that's great. Great little lamp. All right. The aim and focus of this podcast is going to be I don't know. I guess art and business centric. I mean, what I've been doing here with this series over the past 50 episodes, I suppose, is kind of sharing and documenting what it means to start a small business. So, excuse me, I'm chewing on candy now. So it's kind of what I've been focusing on is sharing how to build a small business, or I guess how I'm building my small business, and then eventually hoping to take it to the next level, and just documenting that process, as well as documenting the process of my artistry. So if that's any indication of the conversations I want to have with people, it's kind of what is creativity, I suppose, or creative conversations, as well as business or entrepreneurial conversations. And then on top of all that, one of the things I'm really excited for is to just sit down and talk to my family. I haven't seen that really much in the world, but a lot of this is memories, and it's MINDSPACE, and my whole thing is mind. So looking forward to the future when I'm 75, this will be a good reminder of where I've been, what I've done, what I've seen, who I've talked to, and how I got there. So let's let that be the aim for right now. Okay, so instead of setting it up on the table, I'm just going to use this stool to at least test out what the heck's going on here. For anyone wondering, this is the Gator Frameworks stands and accessories for stage studio desk-mounted broadcast boom arm, 38.5 inches. It has a spring-loaded articulating arm with weight capacity of 2.4 pounds. You hear that? All right, the clamp works. It's always great news. And then you take the mic, you put the mic on. Here's a pro tip for people. If you're putting a microphone on a mic stand, don't twist the microphone, twist the thing that plugs into the microphone. It'll save you so much time. Wow. Wow. All right, what do we think? Ta-da. Limited light. But we got the mic arm. And I can move it, I can change it, I can change the height. I can do all this stuff. I think I'll be up and running. I mean, the goal is tomorrow. I know my guest has a busy day. I don't know what he looks or what he's going to be doing after his photo shoots and whatnot, but maybe tomorrow. I have all day tomorrow free, so I actually have to tear this all down after I'm done here and rebuild it. How's this look? How's it sound? We feeling good about it? I like it. I don't know if it's echoing or whatever. But yeah, so this podcast is going to be with a guy named James Douglas. He is a photographer from Cleveland, Ohio. He's a good friend of mine. This is actually his studio. Thanks, James. And we're just going to talk about, I have a couple things written down actually, just so you guys can know. We're going to talk about the painting framer over there, business of photography, natural light, workflow, useful tools, things that are, pro tips in the industry, what to do after you got your first camera, philosophy of taking a photograph, gardening of all things. And yeah, just a whole bunch of kind of photo facing concepts and as the art as well as the business. So if you're interested in photography, you're kind of starting your own path into that world. I'm sure he's going to have some insight for you, and I can kind of bounce off my own thoughts on it as well. So yeah, how's this mic sound? Is it good? It's cool to be able to have both hands. I haven't had that before. I can change it, move it, do whatever I want with it. It feels real good here. I like it. I can drink a beer and pick something up at the same time. It will be a live podcast. I think that's the most exciting part. So at the end, I can't do live questions during, but at the end, there'll be time for questions from the audience. And we're going to have, 10, 15 minutes at the end for that, just to get because everyone has questions. I think that's the most exciting part. I know people are going to have questions that we didn't cover, and that's a great time to really knock it out. So yeah, that's gonna be tomorrow. I hope tomorrow. I got to talk to James. Hopefully it can happen. If it's not tomorrow, maybe it's Friday, and get you ready for the Halloween weekend. And yeah, go from there. So what we have here is fully functioning podcast studio. I have to set up the other microphone, but I got the arm. That super simple setup. That was awesome. The SM7B, you take it out of the box, you plug it in. So you guys, you saw it. How long have I been streaming? 26 minutes? I went from, you should know that I've been working on this kind of stuff for a long time, so it's a lot easier for me to figure out how to plug stuff in and move stuff around, but it really can be that simple. Mic into amplifier, into sound card, audio interface, into computer via my live stream deck, which then broadcasts to OBS, which then I'm sending to you live in your home. How cool is that? I'm here and you're there, but we're at the same place at the same time. I think it's the coolest thing ever. There's something about live videos that are just, it's like we're here together. One of the cool things that I'm really planning on doing is eventually having like a longer camera going. So, it's on, I don't want to say most of the day, but for a portion of the day, it's on while I'm actually working on stuff in the studio space. Just to have a kind of bird's eye view of what's going on. It's kind of like having a brick and mortar store where you'd get to come in and watch me do the things I would be doing. You go to a bakery, you watch the baker bake. You go to a restaurant or I don't even know what else, coffee shop. I mean, you're there, you're watching the people do the thing. So here we are. Yeah. Ooh, can I carve a pumpkin? Yeah, probably. That'd be fun. I'm glad that it sounds loud and clear too. That's exciting. Oh, where can you listen to my music? Well, you can listen to it on my SoundCloud. That's soundcloud.com/Maclin. There's some stuff on there. It's not all of it, but there's some there. I have some stuff on the YouTube channel as well. Wow, so it's so dark. I need more light. Yeah, I couldn't find the light switches. That was pretty difficult. I don't know why it was so hard. I know they're here somewhere. I'm going to take 1 second to look, and then we'll have a conversation. All right, that's better than nothing. There's my audio or my video settings in case you guys care. Did I turn it off? I hope I did. Okay. I gotta turn off the info. Oh, it's gone. All right. Love from Morocco. Thanks for coming. Good to see you. All right. So I think one of the things I have to do is cut up a journal. So I'm going to do that. Someone just ordered one, and I want to get it out to him tomorrow. I'm going to be sending out a lot of mind books this week. I decided it was giving season, which means it's time to start just spreading the love, giving these mind books to people who I think could use them and use them well. I think if you have any artist friends or writers that you can recommend to me, either in Instagram DMs, email, or in the comment section here, and you can link me to their page, and if you can provide an introduction as well, that's super helpful, and we can together bring them a mind book. All they have to do is pay for shipping. It's like $2.50. It's really not much. But I really want to start getting them in the hands of artists and writers, just because I think more people need them in their hands. All right. was a super busy day today. Cut up all of these, made them all. Yeah, it's been a long time. Uh-oh. So this clamp on a bar stool is not the ideal setup. I can tell you that much. That'll do. Congrats, Blake. What are you doing? What's your new job? Steven, what do you want to shoot, man? You gotta tell me, what do you want to shoot? I don't really have anything I'm trying to shoot right now. That's the problem. Blake, that's a great job, man. Someone's got to do it. Do I think poetry still has a shot in the TikTok era? Absolutely. I think there's always a place for handwritten things, or just writing in general. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Dang. Uh-oh. Can I explain? Okay, so the podcast again, this podcast coming up is going to be a podcast between me and a guy named James Douglas. He's a photographer in Cleveland. We're just going to talk about intricacies of photography, the photography world, the business, the art, philosophy, how to get started, what to do next after you get your first camera, a whole bunch of different stuff. Overall, the theme of this podcast will be, I want to call it arts and business, as far as, you know, meeting with creative people, talking about their process, talking about what has made them them, and business people as well, talking about the same kind of thing, the journey, the struggles, the successes, and the intricacies of creating a business or creating a piece of artwork that goes out into the world to do what it was supposed to do. So, yeah, just in general, that's kind of the answer. This video today was pretty short, just to show what goes into kind of setting up a podcast studio. It's a lot easier than you think. You just got to get the right pieces and parts. AK, I would definitely consider flip books as art. And Tom, congrats, man. That's awesome. Just know that it's sometimes a bumpy road. Just stay active, stay busy, stay hungry and excited about taking pictures of anything and everything. Step 1, lamp. Exactly. Okay. Cool. So the hardest part is pretty much always cutting that giant sheet of chipboard into getting the right size. Just because I don't have the proper cutter. I'm gonna get a different cutter soon. So gotta make some adjustments here. I don't have a schedule for the podcast just yet. I have to line up a few more guests. I just kind of want to get the first one moving so that I can lay the groundwork for what it takes to actually run a podcast. There's some stuff behind the scenes that's a little more difficult. So I just want to take this one step at a time and do my first show, see how it goes, see what happened, what went good, what went bad, how I can improve, really analyze it, and come back stronger on the second one. So I have not scheduled a second guest yet, just getting started. Where do I get my hoodies? Great question. This one came from a factory where they make hoodies for all your favorite people on the internet that you didn't know that they all make the same stuff at the same place. So yeah, guys, right now I'm just making a notepad that I got to send out tomorrow. I'm doing this before I leave the studio. I figured I might as well do it here. The video's kind of, I don't want to say it's over, because it's not over. I'm still here. I'm still answering questions and whatnot. But this is what kind of nights look like when you're starting a business. It's 6:39 p.m. and I'm here at the studio. I'm cutting up paper so I can send it out tomorrow. I'm trying to make my life easier tomorrow. I don't want to have to come down here bright and early and pick this up just to send it out. So doing that now, getting it out of the way, and hopefully can get it to the person this week. That's always the goal. All right. I have a nice aesthetic. Thank you. First of all, is there a name for it? I have no idea. I think it's called Maclin. So I got a new tool for hole punching. Oh, this podcast arm is awesome. It's going to fall off this thing, though. Oh, it's going. So this is the exact reason why I do setup before I try to just go launch into a podcast. So I was gonna hope. Oh my God! It even fell off of that thing. So the goal was to have this podcast arm be hooked up to this table. It didn't work, so I hooked it up to a chair. The chair is round. It did not work on that. So now I'm sitting here holding the podcast arm, completely inconveniencing both hands, making it very difficult for me to have a standard conversation with anyone because this is not what it's supposed to be. So I got to figure out a better way to do this. Otherwise, I'm going to be hurting. So right now, I'll just do it like this because this works. I've watched some Sadhguru videos. That guy's smart. He's been around the world. He's seen it all. And yeah, there is music on the way. I'm just not sure about when I'm releasing it. I got an album. Been talking about it forever, but we keep putting it back because we want to do more and more and more and make it better and better every time we go through it. So, these things take time, and just be patient with that. It's on the way. I can promise you that. I just don't know when. I don't rush through music because it's got to be right. Got to do it right, no matter what. Hey, guys, Morgan got her hat. Morgan's been a long time supporter. Thank you, Morgan. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you like it. The hats are awesome, guys. I'm telling you, I wish you could feel it so you would know how good these hats are, but they're like some premium quality. They were handmade right down the street from where I'm at right now, which is the coolest thing to me. Yeah, I started calling them the thinking cap. It's no longer a hat. It's a thinking cap, which is pretty funny if you ask me. Definitely a dad joke, but whatever. So I got this new tool. It's called an arbor press. It sucks. The thing is, it either sucks or I'm bad at using it, but it's pretty tough to use. It's kind of finicky. The metals aren't solid. It bends. It doesn't punch into the hole directly. I got it to make it easier for me to punch these holes, and it is easier in the sense that I can kind of do this without having to bend over and figure out how to punch a hole through a bunch of pieces of paper with a hand punch. But it's not much easier, seriously. I thought it would be. It's not. All right. Now the rings, I made a mess. I got to clean all this mess up. I have not yet set up the P.O. box in Cleveland. Still working on that. And by still, I mean I haven't gone to the post office yet to do it. I go to the post office all the time, but I never think to open up a P.O. box, honestly. I haven't even thought about it once. Guys, how would you feel about doing like a creativity thing on Sundays where we come on here and work together to come up with a topic, create around that topic, and whether we share the stuff that day or the next week, we're working together to make stuff. How do you feel about it? I'd love to know. This is such a mess. Jeez, there we go. Learning new tools is difficult sometimes. Got to put a lot of practice in. Okay, one ring done. I wish I could have my hand camera down or on top. Yeah, I broke the HDMI cable right off into the camera. Thankfully, I was able to pull it out, but geez. Destruction. Where's the stamp? All right, it's made. Ta-da. Okay, only after it's made will I give it a stamp. That's the Mind Book Journal. Took me a while because all my tools are over there and I'm doing the video over here. Next goal is to get cameras set up in the right spots, get the microphone arm in the right place, do a podcast with James Douglas, actually bring some awesome information to you guys other than just me sitting here filling over a product I got to send out tomorrow. Yeah, I definitely want to do something on Sundays with you guys. I think it'd be fun. I'm really interested to see what people can create based on a topic. It's always been something I love to do myself, so why not give it to others? I think, what's next? I got the hats, socks. I made socks. I know you guys saw those. I'm going to put the order in today to make those go through production. Haven't done that yet. Just reminded myself of that one. Got to set up a P.O. box. What else? I'm going through the list so I can think about it out loud. I got to clean up this place. I just made an absolute mess. And yeah, just be on the lookout for a podcast coming very soon. I'm looking to bring some awesome information to you guys. So thanks everyone for checking in today. This was fun. I definitely fumbled around a little while. We went from light to dark. I'm looking at downtown Cleveland right now. It's beautiful. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to go home, eat some dinner, and probably work out. Seems like something I could do. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for checking in. I'll see you soon. As always, I love you. Adios.